Hey guys, it's Michaela. Welcome back to my channel, or hi if you're new. Today I'm going to be teaching you guys how to do runs and belts. Okay, so the first thing that we're going to want to do is warm up our voice, because a not warm voice is not good. So some warm-ups that you could possibly do are and you just keep going up the scale. I know I've mentioned that warm-up a lot in other videos, so yeah, that's one that you can do. And another warm-up you can do is you can just go up and down the scale, just and just keep doing that. You can go higher if you want to, a little lower if you want to, anything you can to just warm up your voice. And another warm-up that I like to do, I know it's not really a warm-up, but for me, it works really well for me, is I do the bad romance challenge. So if you don't know what that is, you basically just sing, whoa, 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 got in a bad romance. Just go as high as you possibly can, and you start from as low as you possibly can. Yeah, that's not really a warm-up, but to me it works pretty well as a warm-up, so if you want to, you can try it out. Okay, so basically how I learned how to do runs is I basically just listened to Ariana Grande and all the runs that she does, and I just tried to mimic any runs that I could find that she did. So I highly recommend, if you're learning how to do runs, just go on the internet, find any video that you can that has runs in it, and just try to mimic it the best you can. And yeah, so an example of a run that you guys could try is, oh! So if you can't do the run that quickly, I suggest slowing it down. So, oh! And just practice it as slow as you need to, and as you get better you can speed it up a little bit, and then eventually you'll be able to do runs. And you can slow any run down that you can't do perfectly right away. You can just slow it down, and as you get better at it, you speed it up, and eventually you'll be able to do it. So in my opinion, runs are easier to do when you sing them softly more than if you sing them loudly. So I would suggest starting off singing your runs softly, so oh. And then as you master those, you can move on to making them louder and louder, and you'll eventually be able to do runs. And please remember that runs take a lot of practice to be able to do, so please don't get discouraged if you can't do them right away, because I'm even still learning how to master runs. So please don't expect to be able to do them overnight, because it just won't happen, but don't worry, you will get there eventually. Okay, so now we're gonna move on to belts. Okay, so since we already warmed up for the runs, we don't have to warm up for the belts, so we can just get right into it. Okay, so before we start, please go get yourself some water, because belting is kinda sorta like yelling, and when you yell, your throat gets dry, and we do not want that because it could damage your vocal cords, and that is not good. So please go get some water before you do belts. So when you're doing belts, you need to relax your body, because when you're doing belts and you're all tensed up, then notes are not going to come out the way you want to, and it's just not going to sound pretty. So make sure when you're doing belts that you support with your diaphragm, because these notes are very loud, and as you get higher in your register while doing these belts, your notes could get very shaky if you're not supporting with your diaphragm. So support your notes with your diaphragm and they'll sound really pretty. Please do not yell with every ounce of volume inside of you, because belting is not singing. When you belt correctly, it will naturally be loud and it'll sound really good, so you do not have to yell out these notes. Please remember that. Now, an example of a belt would be, hey! Please remember not to practice belting for too long, because you could easily damage your vocal cords, and that would not be fun for you. And please do not think that belting will happen overnight, because just like anything else in singing, you need a lot of practice to be able to master it. So please don't get discouraged if you can't do it right away, because don't worry, you will eventually get there. Alright, so that is it for this week's video. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and I hope it was helpful. And I'm guessing you guys noticed my new background, it will only be up for the month of December. And I'm hoping to get a new background up soon that will be up all year round. Also for the month of December, I will be posting on Wednesdays and Saturdays, so make sure you look out for my videos on Wednesdays. And I will be linking my Instagram and my TikTok down below if you guys want to check that out. Alright, I'll see you guys next Saturday. Bye! That was not English.